What's up, YouTube? Alright, today, got a lot of stuff going on in the pet room. I'm going to clean all this bedding out. Gotta get her plants hung back up. She destroys this tank in about, one night of her out running around in here. She usually stays in her hide most of the day, so we're gonna get her out, clean all this up, and clean this glass. You really can't see it. Maybe you can. There is where I sprayed the tank down with water. You get a lot of water marks on the inside of the glass. So I'll clean that up, just spray it down again. So let's see what else we got going on, and I'll get this taken care of. Scar is going to be getting the same treatment of Scarlet. I'm going to clean the glass. You can really see the water stain on this one. And I just wipe that down with vinegar. I don't use anything that would harm the snake or anything like that. It's vinegar. The acidity in it takes that stain right off the glass. So get in there, clean all that out, scrub his water dish out. It's got algae in it from the light. It gets a lot more of that light than my other tank does. That's why Scarlet's doesn't have algae in it, and this one does. So we'll get him all cleaned up and back in there. Over here to the left, we got my planted tank. Not a whole lot going on in here. I do want to get in here and trim that water wisteria plant, and then I got a big water wisteria plant there in the back that's blocking out all my light. And if you see right here, that water wisteria, you can follow the runner all the way back to the plant, and it's actually sent one to the left. You can kind of see it back there, how it's sprouting up right there. So yeah, that thing's going crazy. I don't think I'm going to mess with that runner in the front. I might let that go for a little bit longer. My Tiger Lotus bulb that I had ordered, I ordered a plant, I thought, and I got a bulb. But it's finally starting to do something, so it's looking good. So yeah, other than that, I'm going to trim them up so the tank will be a little bit more well lit. All the rest of the plants will get the light they need. Moving over here to Freddy. I'm not really going to do a whole lot to this tank today other than a water change. I do got to bury them hoses again. I really don't care for those in here, but it keeps me from having a power head. The reason I don't want a power head in here is because I have platy, and they're always having babies, and if I have the power head, they stand no chance. So I like to keep the water moving a lot because obviously Freddy's a turtle, and she is very messy. So I got to keep that water moving. I like to keep it moving as much as possible. I have these hoses here buried in her tank. And it's impossible to work on her tank because the whole time you are, she's trying to bite you. She thinks I'm food. As you guys can see, I moved the rocks around. There's a little bit of stuff floating in the water. I'm getting ready to stir this all up and do a water change. I'm just trying to clean it up, clean the hoses up and stuff before I do that. Like I said, anything's impossible with this girl because she thinks fingers are food. So this here is another tank I got to tackle today. And I know it looks really bad, but I have been doing 2 water changes on this tank a week. The algae problem is because I have a huge light on this tank for a 10-gallon, and I feed him heavily. That explains my algae. So I'm going to clean this up. I might spruce this tank up a little bit. I really don't like the whole bare bottom. This is just a grow out. So we'll see what I do. I'm definitely going to clean all this algae out of here though. And here is Scar. I got him all cleaned up. Looks like he's getting ready to go in the shed. He starts getting that light brown. I don't know, it's just a look about him, I can usually tell. Eyes start going a little white looking. Eventually they'll turn like a almost grayish blue. All you guys out there know what I'm talking about that own snakes. For you that don't, depends on the age of the snake, you know, how much you feed them, how much they eat. It's really no set schedule for when they shed. They just shed, you know, whenever they decide to, whenever they grow. Well, obviously when they're younger they shed a lot more. But yeah, the next couple days he'll be shedding. I cleaned his tank up real nice for him. Scrubbed all that algae out of his water bowl. Usually I have to scrub that thing for algae probably every, you know, at least once a week. You gotta scrub it real good. Obviously when I change his water, I change it normally every day or, you know, every other day. And I'll give it a good scrubbing then. But it's I don't clean it, you know, like that. So yeah, that's a look at Scar. I'll keep you guys updated on this shed here. Alright, so here is Scarlet's tank. I cleaned all of it up. And as you can see on her, like I was saying, how on him he looks real brown. Like where her cream, you know, where it's white and cream, it starts turning like real brown. She's obviously not in shed. She shed probably 2 weeks ago. I just pulled her out of her hide, so she's probably wondering what I want. I don't have food, so why did I bother her, right? And then next door I have the Jaguar tank. I spruced it up a little bit, put some plants. I put a little bit of that pennywort in there, floating. You know, I don't want to make this tank too, it's not going to be permanent, obviously. I wish I could get him to come out. Maybe I'll throw some food in there to get him to come out. This is my planted tank. I did a water change. I cleared a bunch of stuff out of here. I actually cut that big water wisteria plant down here and the one there behind the filter, and I put them over in the corner. Hopefully them will grow out for me. I trimmed some of this Amazon sword back. I had a couple of the leaves that were dying off, so I went ahead and pulled them. Other than that, everything's going really good. I got some new runners back here that are coming off this plant, so I'll have more plants off that. There's going to be a big change coming to this tank real soon. You guys are going to want to make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. I actually got a couple big things coming within the next couple weeks, so you guys really aren't going to miss that. It's going to affect this tank and Freddy's tank, which is right next to this one. So you guys are definitely want to subscribe so you don't miss that, because it's going to be, you know, it's going to be fun. You guys will like it. I'm definitely going to like it. So we'll see how that works out. And then Freddy, I'll just scoot over here because Freddy's right next door. She's not in the water. I did do a big water change on this. I do have the 2 air stones still going. You know, I like the water movement. She's a pretty dirty turtle, so I want to make sure, you know, everything's mixing up, and I just want to have that good water circulation. Because obviously, other than this, only thing that is getting water circulation is from the pump, which it does a pretty good job back here. But I still have all this water over here that, you know, is just sitting if I didn't have something in it, and I don't want to use a power head, like I said. There's Freddy. She's still up here basking for the morning. She gets up here and gets all of her heat. She's got a big change coming. Alright, so that's really all I did with Freddy's tank. Alright, here he is. I got him to come out. As you guys can see, he's grown quite a bit. He's probably doubled in size since I've got him. Still only about 2.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. But yeah, he's awesome. He sits there now and looks at Scarlet. Wonders what that is. See, they can see each other. I don't know. He really don't pay a whole lot of attention to her. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today. Like I said, subscribe. I got big changes coming up in the pet room. You're really not going to miss that. It's going to be awesome. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys later.